So you've probably heard the federal Canadian government came out on May 27th and said that anyone buying a brand new home now has the opportunity to apply for a $50,000 rebate up to $1 million and then a sliding scale up to 1.5. And while I think the reduction of any tax is a good thing, I think, honestly speaking, we don't get enough of that as it is. My question is whether or not they went far enough to address the affordability issues that Canada has. And in short, the answer is no. Because this program only affects first-time home buyers, you have to look at the total magnitude of the program. So there's about 300,000 first-time home buyers annually in Canada. And while that may seem like a lot, only 10 to 20% of them actually buy new product. This program will then be available to 30 to 60,000 people every single year. It's a dent, but why do only first-time home buyers get to benefit from affordability? It's assuming that everybody who owns a home has a lot of money, and that's just not the case. I mean, let's take Vancouver as an example. Finding a $1 million property that's brand new in Vancouver, it's almost impossible to find. Assuming you did, typically there's two kinds of buyers. There's a first-time home buyer who has been endowed money, who has been loaned money from family, or has had an opportunity through a gift or some other way to acquire that down payment. And then you've got the other side, which didn't have that opportunity. And maybe they started by buying a $300,000 condo. They painted it. Maybe they renovated the kitchen and they sold it and they made a $20,000 profit. Let's say over the last 7 years, they were able to sell and buy and flip to the point where they're able now to have $200,000 to put down on a brand new property in the neighborhood they really want to be. Well, why is that only available to this person and not this person when affordability is affecting all of us? How we get our down payment, yes, it matters. But I think at the end of the day, if we're saying, well, you just haven't owned a home before and therefore you don't get to pay the tax, well, that's not fair. Because the person over here who flipped 4 homes in order to get that down payment to buy the very same property that this person does, they usually have the same housing needs. And so what I don't understand is, why are we giving preferential treatment to one group over the other when affordability affects all of us? At the end of the day, if I'm gifted $200,000 or I went out on the risk curve and I acquired $200,000 out of buying and selling places that were my own private primary properties, you know, if I started in a bachelor and I went to a 1-bedroom and a 2-bedroom and I finally have made enough money, saved enough, risked enough to buy that 3-bedroom that's $1 million, brand new townhome development in Langley or something like that. Why does that person have to pay the tax when on the flip side, the other person gets the benefit of not paying that tax for the sole reason that they just didn't buy a home before? I see that as wholly unfair. If you're going to provide the opportunity for one, you should provide it for all, because affordability is everyone's problem in Canada here.